point this time by. 4 laps are down, 4 more to go. Sanborn up at the bottom line in that number 2. Nelson, Trill, and Spalding all duking it out for that third spot. We have action everywhere on the racetrack now. Nelson and Spalding, just like in the Ladies' Heat race, get sideways. Oh, just completely drives him down into turn 3. Tripp now with the advantage. With the more powerful 350, he should be pulling away from the 3 of Trevor Sanborn. That's just a 305 in that 3 car. Right flag flies for Tripp now. Gets the advantage down the backstretch, but we are 3 wide for that second spot. Keep your eye on the number 26 of Alex Wilson. He is the former rookie competitor here in Shane. Meanwhile, back in the pack, Shane Weber makes his move. He's up to that 4 spot. Warren gets it. Backstretch, takes Phillips with him around, goes Haywood. Scatter, Hitchcock gets involved. Carroll comes to a stop. Your leader is going to be Rick Thompson Jr. Wow, you got a half a minute. It might be a great time to pop on down to the Crash Pack Concessions. Grab yourself a great Boston beer product, slice of pizza, fried dough, you name it. Aaron Merrill on the outside in the Audi. All right, we got the pickup truck and the Audi. I don't know how stock that pickup truck is. Guess we'll find out in about 3/8 of a mile.
Oh.
Green flag. Yep, come back later. Come back for the Smoky Donut Show.
Well, well, well. Welcome into Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. That Audi took off on that truck. I think we're gonna watch this whole video. Yeah, this video isn't that long. Let's put this up here. Let's get this up. Sorry, sometimes it takes a minute for this tube TV to actually warm up and work. Ooh, all right, housekeeping.
Put it in neutral, coaster home now.
Look at that. Oh, look at that. Avatar's working.
Oh, he's going to go to the third groove. Take her out high, wide, and handsome.
High, wide, and handsome. Oxford's pretty flat. So this is,
Jamie Dudley, your winner.
First off, we'll say good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into a wonderful Wednesday. I'm going to do a little bit of gameplay and streaming today. First off, obviously, looking at this here, we got some spectator drags going on at the Great Oxford Speedway. I think we're going to finish this video just because these are kind of cool. But today I'm hoping to get some NASCAR Heat 3 in. I think I'm going to get that in first. And then we're going to play a new game that is... Turn that down a little bit. Going to play a new game, Schedule 1, which is a pretty popular game right now. on the old YouTubes. It seems like it's pretty popular, and there's a little bit of a story behind that. But what a weekend we had. I had some time to digest and think about the race that we watched on Sunday. It's kind of funny looking at because Jeff Gluck does a fan review at the end of every week where he'll basically reach out to fans and say on Twitter, he has our X, he'll have a little poll where he basically asks everyone, what did you think about that race? And everyone will answer in the poll. And at the end of the day, everyone did not really care for that race, but they liked last year's race better. I'm trying to remember, what was last year's race? I'm going to create a little bit of mayhem here for a second. That comes with me. I wasn't completely set up for today. Turn the preview off. Did I say Richmond? Oh, shoot. I lost my train of thought completely. Darlington. What was the Darlington 2024 race like? Was that an F-150? I'm surprised that F-150 outperformed that Nissan. Oh my gosh, that was the race Brad won last year. So that's probably why everyone liked that race better, was because of Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski got a cool win last year. Oh, sorry. That's exactly why that race got a better review. So let's see. Ty Gibbs finished second. Josh Berry came home in third. Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, William Byron, Bubba Wallace, Alex Bowman, Justin Haley, Michael McDowell. Okay, so that right there explains to me why last year's race was more popular, was because Denny Hamlin won. So my thought on that is I'm fine with Denny winning as long as it's an earned win. That win, it sucks. It really sucks for for Ryan Blaney. I mean, really, if you want to be realistic, as much as I'm not a fan of the guy, he had that race in the bag. If NASCAR had not thrown that late race caution, then it would have been fine. And I don't know, did Larson end up getting towed away? Let's see. Did he end up getting towed away, or did he drive that thing away? Oops, mute that. I gotta be careful now about all of the NASCAR stuff, because they hate. Yeah, Kyle Larson drove that car away. Andy was down on the apron. They probably could have kept that race green. There's no reason to throw that yellow flag. So, I mean, honestly, that right there probably is why the race got such bad reviews. Oh no, he did come to a point where he couldn't continue. It sucks because Ryan Blaney, like I said, Ryan Blaney won that race. He should. I don't know. I don't know what we should do about having races end under caution. I don't know if we should be ending races under caution. I think that's probably a bad idea. I don't think it looks good on NASCAR to be ending races under caution. But I don't know that restart really did much. I think all that restart did was give the 11 team a chance to show how good their pit strategy is, or their pit crew is. So it's funny. I saw a TikTok, or I saw a YouTube short probably a week before. No, sorry, it was a couple days before that race. That Audi. I thought he was gonna drift that thing over the finish line, but he was not in control of that drift. What was I saying? Shoot. Oh, I was seeing shorts of that kid swinging the jack around and using the momentum of the jack to come around the car. And then it's funny because during the race we watched a video on Darrell Waltrip, and in that video they went over Junior Johnson creating that, and then it friggin' wins Denny Hamlin the race. Like, oh my gosh, the amount of luck there is the amount of luck in that decision is insane. It's crazy. So I had a a special thing made up. I wanted to be conspiratorial. I wanted to be conspiracy sure for today, but honestly, after rewatching everything, so I definitely think 100% that Ryan Blaney was not the winner that NASCAR wanted. I think NASCAR wanted it to either be William Byron or they wanted it to be who was the other one? Christopher Bell. I think those were the two options that they wanted. And that usually I think NASCAR manipulates, but I don't think NASCAR manipulates in the way some people think. I don't think it's scripted as much as I think NASCAR will let certain things slide while other things they will use to their advantage in order to get away with throwing late race cautions and doing stuff. So my question is, why was there not a caution on that first restart? There wasn't a caution on that first restart because an acceptable winner got ahead. Because Denny Hamlin was so far ahead, NASCAR knew if they went into a second overtime, it would probably piss off fans even more. So they said it's better to just let Brad almost get friggin' run over and killed than it would be. Let's see, can I find Brad Keselowski's cam? I might get in trouble showing just this, if I can even find it. It does not look like it got uploaded. I know I saw it somewhere. Does RFK have a page? RFK. Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Oops. Not that RFK. Not that RFK. Shorts. I think they posted it. Maybe they didn't. These are old. Okay. I know I saw it somewhere. Which, yeah, I would love to show it, but I can't find it right here. Brad Keselowski, there was an accident on the last lap, and he could have been hurt in one of those crashes. And NASCAR just kept it green. Why? Because Denny Hamlin was so far ahead, and because throwing another caution, doing another restart was only going to piss people off. I think the reason that they kept it green was because that was a finish they were okay with. And so they figured, okay, this is fine. We'll just let this play out and we will deal with the backlash. It's better to just have this be the end of the race. I think Penske, because of how much money they probably put into the sport and how much money they probably pay NASCAR, I have a feeling Penske is usually one that is told you're going to get X amount of wins in the season, more than likely. So, and you're going to be our champions for a little bit. And then eventually they'll say, okay, it's getting too suspicious. Now we're going to throw some championships to Rick Hendrick. We're going to throw some championships to maybe some lower teams. Joe Gibbs hasn't won a championship in quite a few years. I can't remember when the last one was. I want to say it was like 2016. Okay, no, I don't mean the lower series. I mean Cup. Nobody cares about the lower series. We care about Cup. driver to believe. But yeah, Kyle Busch won in 2019. So 2019, and then before that 2015 which was also Kyle. They really don't have that many championships. And then they have 2 with Tony. Wait, what? Is Tony a 3-time champion? I always thought Tony was a 2-time champion, one with Gibbs and one with himself. And then Bobby Labonte was their first championship. So now I got to look. Is Tony Stewart a 3-time champion? Because he won one with his own team, right? Greatest driver, Hall of Fame. Championships. I want to know championships. Polls. He had 49 wins, 308 top 10s. Jeez. That's the one thing they're not very good at letting you know here on Wikipedia. I think Tony is a 3-time champion. Winning 2 as a driver and 1 as an owner. So yeah, 2011. So Tony Stewart is one. So I give it to him only because I do think it is earned. Tony Stewart is the first owner driver to win a championship since Alan Kulwicki, who was the first to do it since Richard Petty, I think. I think Richard Petty was one of the last owner drivers to win a championship. So, Tony Stewart, some before that I don't know of, I'm sure. But yeah, Tony Stewart was a 3-time champion. He won in the 14 car in 2011, which we only count because technically he was a part owner. He wasn't a full owner. It's not like Alan. That's the thing that about Alan is Alan was literally in the trenches building the engines, building the cars. Tony, I'm sure that he did some of that work. I don't want to take anything away from Tony. It's a little different in the situation he was in. Those were in that year. Does it say? I'm always curious. So that was the 2011 season. Wait, whoa. Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, they were Chevys. Yeah, it's weird. If you look at the breakdown for the season, it has front row motorsports, Max Q Motorsports, Whitney Motorsports, and TRG Motorsports both ran 2 different cars that season. They ran Fords and Chevys. What? And K Automotive Motorsports ran Dodges and Chevys. What? And Brad's dad worked on the team? Is that his dad? That's his dad, right? Bob? Stop. Ow, you're hurting me. Hello, Elon the cat is here. She's digging her claws into my chin. Ow, stop. Personal life. He's the former... Ow, stop. Brad and Brian Kozlowski. He is the dad of. Brian Kozlowski. Where did Brian compete? I don't remember Brian Kozlowski. I know of Brad. He's a little. Oh my gosh! Wait a minute. I do know this guy. Who did he race for? He raced for K Automotive Motor. Oh, the exact same car we were just looking at. That is funny as hell. Okay, we have gone down a rabbit hole. We were talking about conspiracy in NASCAR. I think so. Here's another conspiracy. Here's another thing that I think is crazy. NASCAR, for some reason, has a stick up their butt when it comes to certain cars being able to repair themselves and go back out on the track. Certain cars will be parked. If Kyle Busch had wrecked his car lap 1, do you think he would have been back out on the track in 20, 30 laps? No, they let the 5 car fix their car. Listen, I think it's great. I think you should be able to put a car back together and race it. 4 points. That's just my personal opinion. If you wreck out early on, you should be able to continue going. NASCAR's system is really dumb. It's really, really dumb. I'll give you that. At the end of the day, though, you got to be across the board fair, and I don't feel like they are. I feel like they pick and choose who they're going to let get away with stuff, and it's silly. That is what it is. So that's it for right now for conspiracy. No more of that. I think it was a good race. I'm looking forward to Bristol. Today we're gonna get into the Bristol mood by doing a race at Bristol. I think what was the last race we did? We did trucks last. I don't think I've done an Xfinity race for a bit, so maybe we'll do an Xfinity race here. Minimize that to. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the TV off. Pew. Pew. Okay. Go into playtime. And let me get NASCAR fired up. Move this over here. Minimize that again. All right, NASCAR, where are you? There you are. We're going to do a race first, and then we're going to do some drug running. I'm going to keep my mind clear. We might get into some more conspiracy later too, because Jeremy Mayfield, that is a story and a half. That guy, that is someone that NASCAR, he said something to NASCAR at one point that must have pissed them off, and they went, you know what, you're done, you're done. All right, how's that audio look compared to mine? It was a little loud last time, so I'm going to err on the side of caution. Oh, get it. Yeah, I forgot about the music. Get the music out of here. I got a nice cup of coffee in my cat mug. I got a nice little cat mug. It was given to me by my grandmother. Very nice. Oh, I've given you a mug of cat coffee. One of these days we'll do a championship run or something. Something where you can do like a whole series. All right, I think we're gonna do Xfinity. I raced Brandon Brown last time. Brandon Brown's cool and all. We do like us some Brandon Brown here. Do I want to do Chastain? Let's go through and see who else we got. Cole friggin' Custer. Any cool Haas Automation paint schemes? No. Ooh, Go Bowling. We do like Go Bowling. Ty Dillon. Ooh, I might. Why does Ty not have a picture? You could even just airbrush a picture of Austin Dillon and I would believe it was him. Why does Dale Earnhardt Jr. not have a picture? It's Dale. Oh, you know what? They might not have. Dale might not have a picture because I don't know. Do you think iRacing would have anything to do with it? Ty, I have no idea why not. But this guy, Spencer Gallagher, I'm going to guess they're just lazy. We're going to just... Ooh, we got Cass Gralla. I'm going to guess they're just lazy. That's my guess. Ooh, Mike Harmon. Ooh, we got Harvick. Does he have a good paint scheme, though? I'm not a big Hunt's Brothers Pizza fan. I don't like their paint schemes. Ooh, Brandon Jones in the 19. We might race as an Axis of Evil if we have to. Or as a... That friggin' hair, BJ. BJ McLeod is such a character. Ooh, we have flying Ryan Preece. Racing for Gibbs. Really? I feel like every time I play this game, I learn some new lore. I didn't realize how many people raced for Gibbs. I knew Reddick had raced for Junior at one point. Is that an RCR? Oh my gosh, that's an RCR car. Let's see if there's any other Roush cars. I might drive a Roush today. If you haven't noticed, I literally do not care about manufacturer in this sport at this point. I like people from pretty much every single manufacturer. The only one that I kind of... So, at this point where we are with manufacturers... Ooh, oh my gosh, look at him with short hair. I'm playing as Josh Williams. We're going to park it. Well, I lost my train of thought again. Oh my gosh, where the hell was I? At this point, the manufacturers are really just a sticker on the front of the car. There's so little... Except the Cup car, it's a little bit different. Beholden to your engine manufacturer. Man, they have you run a high line at Bristol. Oop, I don't want that. I'm not trying to chastain it. I'm trying to adjust my car. There we go. All right. Here we go, baby. I'd have to adjust my mic arm because it is kind of in the way of part of my screen. Bristol is a little bit nicer than Martinsville. The banking helps so much with braking because you kind of can come into the turn a little bit more hot and bleed out the brake a little bit quicker. Oh yeah, but at this point, like if you're racing in trucks, I'm sure that there's differences in the manufacturers. I'm sure Toyota's a little bit more involved, and Ford is a little bit more hands off, and Chevy is kind of the middle ground. I'm sure that I'm sure there are differences to the manufacturers, but the cars themselves, it's really a sticker. It's not until you get up to Cup where it's like, oh yes, we have redesigned the nose of this Cup car. It's like, why do you let Ford, Chevy, and Toyota do this? Where I remember at the beginning of last season, everyone was so worried that the Dark Horse was going to be overpowered and blow everyone out of the water. And then, we get to Daytona, and it was actually Chevy that was still the best car. I know Denny loves to cry. Oh, Chevy's got the best car. We can't match it, and they're just letting them continue with it. It's like, just go drive Chevys. If you think the problem is your nose, then you are silly. Ooh. How are my times? I feel if there weren't any cars on the track, my times would be way better.
Heading in front of you. All right, clear outside.
Oh, I'm already killing that right front. That's what's hard on a controller. You just shred tires. I loved like the Sharpie 500 or whatever it was back in the day, the Food City 300. I love Bristol. I do. I wonder if this is a night race or if this is... No, I think... Oh, I didn't choose. I don't even know if there was a choice. If this was the spring race or the fall race. I think it's the fall race they always run under the lights. The spring race they might race in the afternoon. Well, maybe he should get down low. Ain't no reason for him to be blocking up high if he's coming to the pits. The camera in this game bugs me so bad. Alright, how many laps have I run? I run 12. Okay. I don't know which pit is mine. Usually you're on the front stretch, so I'm going to guess on front stretch. So we'll come to the pits. We'll come to the pits this round. Is that Timberland? Is there a Timberland logo on there? I'm going to be distracted the whole race trying to figure out. Is that Timberland? That's not Timberland.
Watch your feet, please.
Yes, sir. All right. Back to the pits. So I feel like we got a pretty good car. Let's test this thing. No. I wanted to go to the next session. Next session. Thank you.
Let's go.
We've done pretty well this year with rain. I shouldn't have said that. Hopefully Bristol don't get rained out all weekend. I hate Monday delayed rain races. Truex just, for some reason, he just knew how to pour it on Mondays. 10th? 10th? What do you mean 10th? The best day in qualifying race I've ever ran. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, I'm right behind Ryan Sieg. Or I'm in 10th, so I will be right behind Ryan Sieg. So we're going to race 150 laps. I think we race half. Unapproved body mods. He put a bone in his nose. Oh, no.
All right, you're coming to the green.
All right.
Almost ready.
I'm going to play with my mic here for a second. This should be a little better. No. All right, here we go, baby. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. All right, 150 laps. Ryan Sieg kind of squished me there. All right, 42 laps in this first stage. I can do 65 laps on a tank. So it looks like, I think this stage we're just going to work on trying to get position. We're not going to worry too much about pits. I think we will try to pit, though, before the split, before the stage end. So that we can try to gain some position. Oh, that's a nice Chastain paint scheme. I feel like the Florida Watermelon Association really does put out some good paint schemes. I love Ross Chastain. He is definitely my favorite driver. Even though sometimes I'm like, I wish he would do better every weekend. I would rather have a scrappy underdog that when he's up there, you can route for, and then the rest of the weekends you're just, oh, there he is, he's in 17th, and you're like, yeah, it is what it is. Then have like a driver who you're like, yeah, he's gonna win every weekend. Because to me, there's no interest in that. It's boring. Like Denny Hamlin, I couldn't be like a straight up Denny Hamlin fan. I know I'm kind of slide jumping him. I'm not braking enough going into the corner, and that's probably part of why I'm wearing away that right front. I'm a little tired today. literally dug a hole for fun. Not for fun, but literally ended up digging a hole. So I'm going to try to not go into autopilot in this race, which is going to be hard. I think in about 10 laps, we're going to start hitting lap traffic. And once we get there, I think I will definitely have a good chance at passing all these guys. Looks like I can already set up an attempt on Earnhardt Jr. Oh, yeah. He gets really low into that corner, which I don't feel like is how Junior actually drives that. Come on, baby. Come on. I almost had him that. And now he's going to block me. Well, it wasn't very smart to block me, was it, Junior? You would have done the same thing. Hey, don't touch me. Now I got Ross. I worked so hard to set up that pass on Junior Ross. You don't even know. You don't even know! All right, this lap traffic is going to help. They haven't quite hit it yet, so they haven't started slowing down. But as we found out with the trucks at Martinsville, the leaders have such a hard time with lap traffic. I did not mean to get into Junior as hard as I did, but I had him. I think what it was is he wanted that upper lane, but his AI just does not know how to defend. What would have been smarter there is if he had put pressure on me, like coming into the corner, if he had given me less and less of a line every time we came in until I had to back off. But he didn't. He just drove his car up there and tried to use it as a battering ram. That's like a Brad Keselowski move. Man, Tyler Reddick is actually moving through this pack pretty easy. Ooh, did I just see Tyler Reddick get loose? Okay, where's the leader? I lost track of the leader. Justin Allgaier. Where's the 7? Oh, he's right there. Man, I feel bad. Allgaier's been in Xfinity forever. There we go. Here we go. We took the lead. But like I said, I'm probably gonna pit under green with like 10 to go. 5 to go. Yeah, we'll do like 5 to go. Because you can run 65 laps on a tank of gas. The question now is going to be, are my tires going to hold? Oh, yeah. We've clicked off how many laps already? Oh, we've only done 16. Oh, wait, what? What? Wait. There's 17 of 42 laps. Oh, my math was just not mathing. Never mind. 25 to go. Okay, yep. So at this point, now that we have the lead, we just had to kind of have to click off laps and try to keep Justin in our rear view, which shouldn't be too hard at Bristol. The AI struggles, so that's where we will get into an issue. If we have like 10 restarts at the end, the AI will still have a chance of winning this race. So don't think just because... Really? Is that Nemechek? You know, don't think just because I've taken the lead this early in the race, it doesn't really mean all that much. It's not until I've lapped the field 2 times. And that's the worst part. This is hard auto mode, so you would think that it would get harder as I was doing better, but it doesn't. It seems like it actually gets easier. Unless I suck that bad at the game and the game's like, just give him this win. Just let him think that he's doing well. We know he sucks. Yep, I can do that. All right, 21 laps. Yeah, we'll come in with 5 to go. Ooh. Yeah, I knew coming out of that turn that I'd given it just a little too much juice. Kevin Harvick? No way, Kevin Harvick just came up. Where did he even come from? Because I don't think he started on the front line with me. Not that far. Sorry, my brain works in weird ways, and I will just reference its music, but recently there's been anime, VTubers, whatever my brain is on at the time.
Still there. All right, now you're clear.
Oh, we'll do 4 tires. Oh yeah, we'll do 4 tires.
Still there. Clear. All right.
Because also what that'll do is it'll put me further back in the pack. It's weird because as much as I run this bottom line, it never builds up rubber. C. Bell. C. Bell is coming to contend. It's weird. It's almost like they get free. They come and contend for the lead, and then like they get caught up, and they're gone again. Like where'd Kevin Harvick go? Really? He just overdrove the hell out of that car. I think he tried to do a slide job, but he didn't expect me to be as good as I am. Yeah, Justin Allgaier. Man, it's weird. It's so crazy. It literally is like the seas opened up and now they're all on me again. Maybe it's because they heard me talking shit on the AI. They're like, yeah, crank the AI up. Yeah, get him. I think it's because Bristol is a lot more open than Darlington. I just itched my nose. I think it's because Bristol is a lot... Ooh, come on, Bilicki. Josh Bilicki, save it! Justin Allgaier's coming to contend.
Clear outside. Car there is on the outside.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I think it's because Bristol's a lot more open and there's not as much pack mentality racing. So you can kind of get around a little easier. And so far, I've done well. I haven't wrecked anybody. Christopher Bell came up and got pretty aggressive with me, so I gave him back exactly what he was giving me. So don't act like I'm the asshole. I might have to end up giving Justin Allgaier that, even though Justin Allgaier is my favorite Xfinity Series driver.
All clear. Car there is on the outside. Outside. Clear all around.
Oh, Kevin Harvick.
Inside. Got one down low now.
Kevin Harvick did the slide job. Allgaier's coming to try to do a slide job.
Clear low. Clear low. All right, now you're clear.
Wow, this might actually be a difficult race.
All right, now you're clear. Car there is
Come on,
inside.
Miller.
Still there.
It's fine. Kevin can win this stage. I'm going for a win of the entire race.
Clear outside.
Kevin is just a slouch. It's funny, I was not a big Kevin Harvick fan when he was in Cup. It wasn't really until he was like ready to retire that I like I didn't change my feelings on him. I still kind of feel the same way about him. I don't like his sense of humor. He's a very dry person, which is funny because I like dry humor. But he rubs me the wrong way.
5 to go, driver.
All right, bringing it in this time around. All right, Chris. Oh, no, that's Ryan. Ryan, calm it down.
We need you to slow down, please.
All right, get me back to full. That's all I care about. Pit road speed is not this slow at Bristol. Come on. I'm going to be like 4 laps down by the time we get back on the track. All right, here we go. Back on the track. 7 laps down. I see Junior. Oh, there's Harvick. Am I still on the lead lap? Oh, no, I'm 2 laps down. Damn it. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna stay out.
Careful. Still there. Clear all around.
I'm staying out. I'm not pitting. They are gonna pit. Ooh, I think the rice cooker just went off. Ooh, my food is almost ready. I might take...
Driving that stage, driver.
All right, we finished 26th. Not bad. We're not going to get any points for that, but we're not going for points. We're going for a win. Right, Elon the cat, who's in my way? Come on, get down. I might go throw some chicken in the air fryer. Ooh. So we are not going to pit. I'm actually going to go throw some chicken in the air fryer. I will be right back. Okay. All right. Let's see where this lands us. Advance to green. So I got the wave around. I'm still a lap down, it looks like. Son of a gun. Okay, so we're gonna have to battle. Maybe it was a mistake. But you know what? Maybe we can pull off a Bill Elliott here. See, isn't this way more interesting than just leading every single lap? Yeah, we broke something. That's what happened. We were leading the race, and then Kevin Harvick come up, and I tangled with Christopher Bell, and I broke something. That's what happened, and now I gotta battle my way back up, basically. Now Martins is kind of blocking the line I want. It's just a pain in the butt. Because I need to get around him, but he's blocking that line I need. Yeah, get up out of my way, Martin. Seriously, I've been in the faster car than you for multiple laps. Get out of the way. I tried a slide job on Brandon, and that didn't really work. Oh, there's Ryan Truex. Oh, there's Ty. This is where the leader gets notified how fast I am. I think Spencer Gallagher is the last guy on my lap. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh.
Stay low, stay low. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Outside, out.
Sometimes you just gotta force yourself up. Elon, now is not the time. She would disagree. She thinks that now is the time. Stop.
Got one outside now. Clear all around.
Stop. I'm in the middle of a race. You goob.
20 laps to go. Not that
Just
long.
climbing on the top of me. Hello. Yes, I understand. Very clingy. Very clingy. She's a little turtle shell cat, so those things are always freaking clingy. Always clingy. It's just kind of like in their DNA, I guess. Oh, there's Kevin Harvick up there. So there's the leader. Really?
All right, careful now. Still there. All right, careful now. Still there. Flag.
I'm sorry. He was blocking me, okay? I like BJ McLeod, but that was ridiculous. We're not even on the same lap. We're not racing for position. There was no reason for him to give me such a hard time. So yeah, I gave him the bumper. I'm sick of it. It's at Bristol. It's Bristol, baby. All right, I get the free pass. I'm on the lead lap again. All right, we're not going to go a lead. We're not going to go a lap down again, but we do once again need to fight for position.
Ready here. Hammer down, man. Green's out.
Ty Majeski.
Stay low, stay low. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
Yeah, it's weird. No one seems to run the bottom line at Bristol. At least none of the AIs do.
Clear high. Clear high. Stay on the bottom here for me. All right, careful now. Still there. Car outside. Car outside. Clear all around. Solid 10 laps. 10 laps. Concentrate for me. Inside, inside, inside. All right, careful now. Still there. Car high. Careful now. Easy. Top lane free here. Use it if you need it. Top lane free. All right, now you're clear. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Draw clear up top. Inside. Inside.
I think I'm just going to do that. I mean, it's not like I'm in a campaign race.
Bottom lane's clear.
And I'm also racing as Josh Williams, so if someone blocks me by just slowing down in front of me, I'm just going to give him the bumper.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. All right, now you're clear. Clear low, bud. Clear low. Five to go. You got this. All right, now you're clear.
Am I crazy, or is there just a car in the middle of the infield?
Still there.
I wonder if it got started again.
Car outside. Hold your line here.
I'm going to have to rewatch that.
Car outside. Hold your
Racing for Truex. Racing for Truex. All right, racing for Annette. Racing for Sadler, really. I don't think I'm going to be able to get him.
Couple more turns. Two more. Two to go. Car there is on the outside. Outside. All clear. All clear.
I might be able to squeeze out a top 10 here.
It'll be a checkered flag next.
Oh, yes, I can. Here we go, baby. Oh, he hit the wall. He hit the wall. Driving in deep. Driving in deep. Oh, baby. I think we got it. Oh, top 10. Top 10. That's points. That's points. That's points. Boom. Oh, yes. That feels good. Got it. One driver point. That's worth something. All right, bring it in. We're going to fill it up. Put 4 new Goodyear Eagles on it. We're going to point this thing towards victory lane, baby. We'll even fix the damage on it because hard to win a race when you get damage. Okay. All right, we lost 5 spots, which is fine. You know, it happens, especially when you're on this team. But we're gonna be there at the end. That's all that matters.
Got one outside now. All right, clear outside. Stay on the bottom here for me. Still there. Still there. Top lane free here. Use it if you need it. Top lane free. Careful. Still there. Top lane free here. Use it if you need it. Top lane free. Car outside. Car outside. You're all clear up top. Careful. Still there. All clear.
Give the Gibbs guys something to think about at night.
Still there. Clear low. Clear low. That car there is on your inside. Inside. Clear all around. Inside. Inside. Inside.
That's all he had to do was he had to pressure me down low. That was one of the things I learned iRacing is really all you have to do with drivers who think they're really good is just keep running your line. And even if you're a little slower than them, if you just keep running your line above them or below them, eventually they'll screw up and they'll take themselves out.
Careful now. Still there. Outside. Outside. Top lane free here. Use it if you need it. Top lane free.
I didn't want to run into the 2 car.
Hard on the outside. Outside. All right. Clear outside. Got a car up top. Got a car high now. Clear all around. Hard on the outside. Outside. Still there. Top lane free here. Use it if you need it. Top lane free.
More like Cole Mustard. Got him.
Still there.
How many laps in this stage? Oh shit, we don't even have to stop on fuel. Or tires. Wait, what? This has to be a miscalculation.
Hard on the outside. Outside. On, now you're clear. Hard on the outside. Outside. On, now you're clear. Need you to stay on the bottom right here. Careful, still there. All clear. Top lane's free here. Use it if you need it. Top lane's free. Car high. Careful now. Easy. On, now you're clear.
All we gotta do is just keep gaining time on Allgaier. Remember me from earlier, BJ? That's right, I figured you would. Appreciate it.
Right there, driver. Hold this line here. Clear all around. Clear all around. Still there. On, now you're clear.
Asgarala, I wonder what happened to him. Is he racing an Xfinity this series? This year, but not anymore.
All around.
Rick Ware has only got one car half the time. He didn't light the world on fire, but he's a good kid. It always sucks when someone comes up and they're in one of those crappy cars, and then like all of a sudden you just see him disappear, and you're like, damn it. There's only so many seats in Cup.
All clear. Still there. You're all clear up top. Hard on the outside. Outside. All right, clear outside.
It's hard to believe that you're a bigger Mickey Mouse than your brother, Ty. I don't believe it.
All right, careful now. Still there. Top lane's free here. Use it if you need it. Top lane's free. All right, clear outside.
When I can run the line properly, this car is bad fast. Like whenever you get off the line, which right now they're both trying to run, but they're both running it really poorly.
Still there. All clear.
When you can get up in this rubber and just kind of stick your left fronts there, that's not too bad. You can run like almost all the way around the track flat out. Which is why my times are like dumb fast. But then you get lap traffic like this that's just acting retarded.
Still there.
Come on, get out of the way. Is this guy sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, he saved it. What a champion.
Car on the outside now, outside. Clear all around.
Lecht.
Careful, still there. Clear all around. Clear all around. Car outside, hold your line here. Hold the wheel. Clear all around.
BJ McLeod again. He raced me a little rough last time. I don't want to get back into it with him. Oh, C. Bell has put a lot of time on me.
Draw clear up top.
I'm worried I might have a Lightning McQueen moment on my hand with that front right tire. But I got to start doing something because Christopher Bell is catching me. If I don't make it, I don't make it. You know, it is what it is.
Careful, still there. Clear all around. Hard on the outside.
Well, I wonder if I start braking into the turn, if that'll help.
Now you're clear.
It already acts like it does not like when you brake. It just feels like the slide gets even worse. Oof. Christopher Bell is catching me.
Caution's out. Wave them off behind you.
I gotta at least put right sides on. Doesn't show time. Okay, we'll put. I mean, we got to stop the car, so you gotta. All right, we're gonna put some tires on it. This is gonna be a mad dash to the finish. Because I mean, we're gonna come in and put tires on, but how far back are we gonna be? Oh, I'm back in 15th. I think I'm screwed. I think I'm done. But you know, 25 something laps. We got this.
Car there is on the outside. Outside. 24 laps. No mistake now. Clear all around. Careful now. Still there. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Stop. Stop. Top lane straight here. Use it if you need it.
I need the bottom lane is what I need.
Got a car up top. He's up top. Got a car high now.
I'm racing rough, but you know what? I'm racing for a win, so I don't really care.
Top lane straight here. Use it if you need it.
We don't have time to waste. We just have to go. It's the only problem is I don't think we're going to get any lap traffic to help us here.
Stay on the bottom here for me. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. All clear. Need you to stay on the bottom right here. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Clear all around.
Bushwhacking Kevin Harvick. He's one of the guys that created the bush. Actually, I think he did create the bushwhack. He created it and Kyle Busch perfected it.
Clear all around.
I know they want so bad for Christopher Bell to sweep a weekend bushwhacking. Him or Kyle Larson. And oh god, I hate to see it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Spencer Gallagher in first place. That's an interesting one.
Careful. Still there. Top lane free here. Use it if you need it. Top lane free. Still there. Clear all around.
How in the world did Spencer Gallagher... He must have just been off-cycle pitting. Tyler's on my ass. All right, Gallagher.
Hard on the outside. Outside. Car high. Careful now. Easy.
Oh, I gave him the bumper. I gave him the bumper hard, too. But, I mean, we're in the last couple laps at Bristol. You better bet that bumper's coming.
On. Now you're clear. You got all the room you need. You're clear. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. All right, clear outside. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. All right, now you're clear.
Hi, Brandon. This could have been your win. Honestly, it's not even my win yet. I got to actually win the race first.
Stop. Stop. 5 to go. You got this. Still there. All right, clear outside. Got a car up top. Got a car high now. A couple more turns. 2 more. 2 to go.
Ooh.
All right, clear outside.
Tyler Reddick's almost 2 seconds back. Fellow Toyotas. Oh, wait, no, Tyler Reddick's not in a Toyota. One more lap, one more lap. Next flag ends the race. As long as he can't get to me at the entrance of this next turn, we're good. Oh, yes, baby. There we go. Checkered, baby. It's in the air. I can see it. It's at the flag. Oh, he's waving it. Oh, we did it. He's actually not waving it. That would be just such a simple thing to add to the game. Oh, yeah. Josh Williams won this? Oh my gosh. His radio is always one of the most entertainings every weekend. You know, it was a hard-fought race. It really was. And actually, it's kind of funny because the AI is better than I thought they were. We're going around doing our Alan Kulwicki Polish Prince victory lap, waving to the fans out there in the crowd. You guys are the best. You're the reason everyone shows up every weekend to race. It's because of the fans. That's why everyone should just get out there and support your local tracks, support your big tracks if you want to, support as much racing as you can. And support the type of racing you like. Everyone... I get a lot of crap for liking NASCAR, and certain people are like, "Oh, those taxi cabs you watch. You should be watching this. You should be watching that." They'll be like, "Oh, you should be watching wheel-ins, or you should be watching dirt cars." And it's like, well, I don't find dirt racing that interesting, honestly. Oh yeah, park it, NASCAR told him to park it. He parked it. But yeah, I mean, support the racing you like to see, and I like racing like this. I like full body stock cars bumping and banging. Open wheel cars, my biggest problem with open wheels is I feel like there's a lot of skill, but I feel like it's not that fun to watch. Watching it is kind of boring because they touched, the car literally fell apart like it was a Lego character. Justin Allgaier had the fastest lap. See, this is what I mean. Fastest lap don't mean anything if you can't get to the leader. Whew. All right, look at that. That was great. Come on, 102. Yeah. Woo! Bristol's always a good trip. No, I don't want to go back. That was dumb. That was really dumb on my part. That was dumb on my part. Get out of here. Oh, jeez. So, yeah. Quiet. Get out of here. Get out of here. So, we're actually going to take a minute here. Let me get this back over here. I'm going to go ahead and get up. We're going to watch a couple of videos. I'm going to eat my my dinner. While we're waiting. Ooh. Is that iRacing? iRacing is always good. I'm going to put on some iRacing. Oh, that music might be copywritten. This looks... Come on. You already watched that one. I'm going to put this one on. So here you go. A little bit of something to watch for a minute. I will be right back.
Honey, are you going to get that?
Just a moment here on FX.
Brown, and I think they've been having a little problem with that car being loose.
It looks like he was going to move up a little bit, maybe to go around the 97 car, Kurt Busch. Got up there out of the groove a little bit. Again, this is the most mark-sensitive, hit-your-marks, line-sensitive racetrack we go to. And it's like you had the wheels cut up there out of the groove and it come around on it.
Yep, bring her back in and make some changes to that bad boy.
And no contact between he and Kurt Busch. There's Busch's number 97.
He was going to put his autograph on there if they'd got any closer. That's a great, it's a good sponsor, but you know, like I told you yesterday, there's not a driver down there. Not many people walk around in Winston Cup don't have a Sharpie in their pocket.
You know what those were invented for?
No, not really.
They're permanent markers. Marking your clothes before you send them to the laundry.
Oh, really?
Put a name on it so you get your stuff
so
back.
When I got a shirt back, it had somebody else's name in it. That meant that it really wasn't. I just thought it was the guy that cleaned it.
No, that's how they first came out.
We've been talking all year about putting tape on the front end. If you notice on the front of Kurt Busch's car, there was only one strip of tape. Going to be 80-something degrees here tomorrow. They've got to cool the radiator with the top and bottom open. Plus those openings at the bottom on the sides, that's the brake duct cooling. No tape on those. You've got to pump as much air as you can in through hoses to cool those brakes. That's probably the most important openings on the front end of the car.
Yeah, and those and these NACA ducts that are on the sides of the side windows on the quarter windows. See those little NACA ducts right there? Those are pumping air in there too.
Something through NASA, they flow good air without creating a bunch of drag, and actually we've learned to use them in the form that they can actually help downforce in the car.
How much of a factor is heat at Martinsville? Let's ask Steve.
We got a spin in turn 3 and 4. Andy Houston.
And that'll bring out the first caution of the day.
And a bunch of people are going, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Spun out, didn't hurt anything, and got a caution.
Michael Waltrip and Terry Labonte stayed on the lead lap. I don't believe Ward Burton was able to beat Wallace back to the line.
No, I don't think he did. That saved a bunch of guys from going a lap down.
Lap 40 is our first caution. Let's have another look here.
He just got around. I think he ran in there and he thought he was going to get into the back of Johnny Benson, and he probably got on the brakes a little too hard and locked them up.
All right, 40 laps on these tires.
I miss these announcers, man.
I believe I'm going to stay out. 40 laps, I'm going to stay out. It's a good time to find out if am I going to be able to do this.
I do. I really miss these announcers.
So we'll be back and find out.
I mean, obviously we still got Mike Joy. We got Larry McReynolds, but it's just
on
they don't use him.
Get that lap back because Jeremy's not holding. Big pile up at turn 2, Darrell, and it started again. 10 cars in front of Kenny Wallace, who wrecked. Kevin Harvick got a bit loose, and it all accordion behind him.
And Rusty let Jeremy by just at the right time.
Oh, Kenny.
Big damage.
You see that the right front tire is really towed out. He's broke a tie rod on that thing. The tie rod which connects the spindle to the drag length, I'm sure that's broke. That's the reason the tire's out there and won't turn back in.
43's got smoke coming off of him, too. He must have gotten
He's got more time for coffee with Kenny now.
I'm pretty sure he got into that 14, or the 14 got into him.
And there's Steve Park with the
he's got all kind of damage.
Yep.
Oh,
well,
man.
let's see. Watch it. Here's Harvick. This is how it all starts way up here.
Yep.
Brett Bodine in the 11 car, he was down there. Harvick come down on him right there and started this chain reaction behind these guys.
And look at way back behind them.
Everybody just starts bumping into the back of each other, nowhere to go. Jimmy Spencer gets into the side of Kenny Wallace, sends him in the outside wall.
And the leaders are on pit road. Let's give a listen.
Man, these cars were beautiful. Those right there, some of my
Looking under
favorites.
Steve Park's car, what might have been dragging there after they complete this 4-tire change, and it looks like the official is holding Park.
I think he came in too fast, but man, he's got a lot of damage over here, and that right front was, the wheel was bent up. He got into something really, really hard. Let's see if we can look around here and see what happened. Here's Andretti, he's got damage. Got a lot of beat up race cars here from that incident.
And let's see if here's where John Andretti got that damage.
Here's the one in the 43 back here. Coming down. Oh, they're all checking up because of what happened up there in turn 2. Here they come. 43's got a lot of damage. Andretti is pretty well convinced that that was all Ron Hornaday's fault, and kind of let him know about it. that little skirmish cost us quite a bit of damage on several race cars.
Let's go to Matt.
And he can get up there on the start of the
What do they doing to Steve
on some
Park?
of these restarts and get a lap back.
Now there goes.
Look at this, 3 wide. Whoops.
Harvick.
You don't do that here.
He did.
These are just young guys, you know.
Michael Waltrip, the Napa onboard camera.
And he really doesn't have anywhere to go. You just got to follow along. Rooting and gouging and let him through there. If you'll just stick with this in a minute, Robert Presley will send Harvick a little message right down here.
Rusty Wallace.
And he's going. I mean, he just spun it around, did a 360, and here he comes. Somebody got into the back of him, looks like.
Well, we've seen spin to win here before.
Somebody got in the back, see all that damage there, and I think his left rear tire might be hurt. Let's see if we can see that left rear tire. It looked like it was. No, it's okay.
And the problem would be, Darrell, if he flat spotted those tires, which means did he ever lock them up while he was spinning?
Here he comes. Oh, he got into the back of Jared.
All the time here, it just stacks up as it goes back through the field when somebody checks up or gets back to the gas sooner.
Rusty is really, really kind of hyper kind of a driver. He's real aggressive, and he's not real patient.
But Darrell, he caught a gear and just kept on going. That car never completely stopped.
But he is real smart.
Dick Berggren.
Robin Pemberton, Rusty Wallace crew chief, has just called him in and said that everything is fine. He's trying to assure his driver. Meanwhile, they have a new spotter that started last week, Earl Farman. He is doing the same. They are just trying to tell Rusty, don't worry, it's early on, no big deal. So what? We spun out. This race has been won before by a guy who spun. Well, his name is Jeff Gordon. Mike?
Hear me up high in turn 3 and 4 down here. I don't know what happened to him. I think he's got another tire down, actually. Pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
Right front, yeah.
Who's on the 12?
Now, that could be from a number of things, but I believe it might be from excessive brake heat that he keeps having trouble with that right front. That's the second right front he's had to go down on him. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
And, you know, a lot of times we'll blame right front tire problems on too much camber, leaned in at the top too much. But this is one place you can get by with a pretty aggressive camber number, as much as 6 degrees in the right front. We got trouble.
Michael Waltrip.
That started off at turn 2. Michael got into Spencer. Spencer drove it down in under him going into turn 3. Turned him around.
Show me who's in the 12.
Lap 94, it's our third caution of the day.
Page is still
Second
racing.
one involving Jimmy Spencer. He's had a lot of success in the modifieds here.
Mayfield. Jeremy Mayfield is in the 12. No way! I was hoping it was him.
Coming off turn 2, Michael got into Jimmy a little bit, and then Jimmy just drove it down in under him and said, thank you very much. That's the thing about here. A lot of racetracks, you got to restrain yourself. Here, NASCAR's got to restrain you.
Jeremy Mayfield's right front tire changed along with the rest of them.
And Matt Kenseth, who was leading this race, remember, he's got 91 laps on his tires. He's in the pits, Dick Berggren. Yeah, they probably thought a lot of other people were going to follow them down pit road, but at least the number 32 car has come down pit road. Craven, who is running in second spot behind them.
Well, Ricky's still in the 32. He's from my home state.
Slow stopper with this many cars. I should say this few cars on pit road. It's not a big deal, and he takes off with no one passing him. Mike?
Schrader?
Ken Schrader also stopping, and now Kevin
Schrader.
Harvick, Bill Elliott on pit road, along with Jimmy Spencer, Buckshot Jones, Sterling Marlin, Kyle Petty, and the 4 car of Kevin LePage. So we're under caution for the 3rd time at the short track of Martinsville, Virginia. You're watching NASCAR on Fox.
Too hard, or you race people down in there and push them into the curb. Here we go. Trouble, turn 2. Lots of cars.
Waltrip, Schrader, Kyle Petty, Buckshot Jones, and I think Harvick got the worst of it.
Yeah, Harvick's car is really damaged.
4th caution of the day at lap 112.
He has busted the radiator here. They'll have a lot of work to do here. You see the water running out of it. You see the steam. The biggest thing they'll have to do there is get all the sheet metal cut away and replace that radiator.
I think Waltrip was the first car to go around, but not sure who he might have had help from.
I know Kenny Schrader's car, his car's torn up pretty badly, and
yeah, it's only got 1 M left.
yeah, short an M.
Here we go.
Looks like Matt Kenseth, the 17 car, gets into Michael in the 15 car. Nowhere for Schrader, Kyle Petty, Harvick, Buckshot.
Yeah, Michael
Jones in the
just
44.
Michael just basically punches up the
I
field.
believe
Unfortunately,
came
it's
out
not his
pretty
fault.
lucky. I don't think he got a lot of damage, but the rest of them did.
Cracking open a cold one with the boys.
From above, here we go down into
By a
turn
cold
one.
one, I mean a delicious
Little
moxie.
pop there in the rear end. That's all it takes. It's so uncalled for. That's what I'm telling you. People look at that and say, oh, it's just racing. It is, but it's bad racing. You're not supposed to be doing that.
From the Napa onboard camera.
Sterling Marlin in the 40 car.
Wish we had announcers like that nowadays that would call this shit out.
He got into something pretty hard. Thought he got out of there pretty lucky, but he didn't.
Ron Hornaday gets his service, and he's gone. Matt?
A chassis adjustment for Dale Jarrett in the left rear, still complaining his car's a little bit loose. A 4-tire stop. Darren Jolly, who actually drives a UPS truck, hands the tire in to Mike Trower. A little bit of trouble on the left rear. 88's down and away, as is 19 to Steve. Jeff Gordon getting 4
Back when we
tires,
had real
slight
pit
air
reporters.
pressure adjustment. 99 also gets 4 tires and a track bar adjustment.
Rusty Wallace only took 2 tires on that stop now, and that's how he got out ahead of those guys.
Interesting.
I asked him about his pit selection. I wasn't real happy. I wouldn't have been with pit number 11.
I get questions all the time from people at work who'll be like, "Oh, well, I mean, do you like the new stage brakes?" And I mean, it's a dual staged answer. Yes, I do like the stage brakes because races where you have one leader, let's say William Byron, who is dominant, and they're dominant all day. Stage breaks make it more interesting to actually watch because you get a potential for an actual lead change. That's kind of what saved the Darlington race this year. On the other hand, stage breaks can be frustrating when it comes to a race that just feels like it feels like it'll never end. You know, you have 4 cautions in the first stage, 2 cautions in the second, and then 5 in the last stage. The brakes do kind of lengthen those races. I feel like there would be a better way to implement the stage brakes. Almost like the way they do it at road courses. So if you have more than 2 cautions in your first stage, there's no need for your first stage brake. If you then have more than 2 cautions in your second stage, there's no need for a stage brake. Just race through. Once you get to the stage brake, keep going. No need to re-rack them. And then, you know, obviously your final stage, your cautions doesn't matter. But let's say if you have more than 4 cautions in your final stage, there is no overtime. You will not get an overtime. We will end under caution. That's the way I think they should do it. There's got to be a way to do it that would make sense and would appease at least most sensible people. I think most people that ask the question, do you like stage breaks? I don't feel like they were ever actually real NASCAR fans. It's people who liked racing and gravitated towards NASCAR. I mean, look at it this way. Do you like when the quarter ends in a football game and they go to commercial for 10 minutes and then you come back and they kick the ball and then they go back to commercials? Do you like that? I hate it. It drives me nuts. That's why I don't watch football anymore, because it's too slow. You know, and then you'll get down. There's 5 minutes left of the game. So you're like, okay, in 5 minutes I can go to bed. No, they drag it out for 20 minutes because, they do one play and then they do a timeout. One play, timeout. Oh, he dropped the ball, so the clock stops. Oh my God, it drives me nuts. Why can't we just play for 5 minutes and then the game is done? And I feel like NASCAR could figure something out. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's a better way to do it, but no one has found a better way. So we're gonna branch out a little bit. And I got a video that popped up in my recommendeds that we will watch. Let's swap over to it now. That's. That's never a good sign. Oh no, we have a thing here. It's by this guy, Shredded Nerd. He might have made a comment on global warming. Don't show me this. I don't want those. I hate those. So All right, side tangent, side rant. I hate when social media feels the need to tell me that there are lies in this post. Listen, everyone has their own lived experiences that may or may not, or should or should not affect the way you live your life. Okay? Everyone has things that they perceive in certain ways. When you put those up, all you're doing is pushing them farther into their bias. So if someone is anti-climate change and they believe that it's all made up, by telling someone that climate change is real, you do nothing. So it's pointless to put those up there. Because the problem is you're not hurting the person who doesn't believe in climate change. You're not helping the person who believes in climate change. Your goal is to sway the opinion of the person who hasn't made the decision yet. And I think having a stranglehold on the market does not help your cause. Because the people who put that stuff up are obviously on one side. That's my personal opinion. I hate, you attract more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. And I hate stuff like that. It's bad on Twitter right now. Sometimes it can be good when you watch a video and you're like, wow, is that real? And then it's like below it, it says, no, this is AI. That is a good use, but I hate this stuff.
This video was voted on by my Patreon community. Support me there if you want input on my future videos. Okay, imagine this. This video was voted on by my Patreon community. Support me there if you want input on my future videos. Imagine this. You wake up one day to go to work, your regular daily commute. You get up, walk to the door, only to see portly, bespectacled gamer gentleman donning a fedora, and he's waddling away from your motor vehicle. What were they doing? You go to your car, only to find the tires deflated. This renegade has committed an act of climate terrorism in defense of the climate, resistance against the evil moto-normative society. Would you believe there is now a movement with actual adherents that seeks, in its most extreme forms, the abolition of private motor vehicles? Yes. Well, it exists. One of the chief online centers for this budding movement is the Reddit Fuck Cars community.
So not gonna lie, I was a part of this Reddit for a while. I lurked on it for a long time. And my big thing is, I was a psych. I biked to work for over a year, and I loved it. I loved it because it was a bit of exercise in the morning. I'm a morning person anyway, so I wake up, my head shoots off the pillow, and I'm like, ready to go. And I thought it was great. I got to get like an extra half an hour in every morning. I'd ride to work, and I loved it. I loved it. So I would go on the subreddit every once in a while because they do have some ideas that I agree with. I would love to see more trains and more public transport, all that kind of stuff. The end of the day, though, like they would post, what is an unpopular opinion? Or I'm trying to remember the way they worded it. What is something that r/fuck cars doesn't understand, or something like that? And I just posted, the fact that you guys are so anti-truck, you act like no one should own a truck and that trucks are useless. It's like, screw you. You people are ridiculous for thinking that all trucks are bad. It's like, how do you figure? Explain to me how you think all trucks are bad. How do you think work gets done in Japan? How do you think work gets done in Germany and in England? You really think that there are no trucks there? It's just they use different things. They use different versions of trucks. And I can even agree with you that I think that there's too many people that buy trucks nowadays. But at the end of the day, I still think that people should be allowed to buy trucks, even if they're not going to use them for truck stuff. That's freedom. And unfortunately, you have to sacrifice a little bit of your freedom for other people to have their freedom. Does that make sense? No. You have to, in order for us to all be free, I should not be able to tell you how you experience your freedom. Yeah. As long as you're not hurting anybody, why does it matter?
Pretty straightforward to figure out what they mean by that. The idea has some precedence. Culturally, at least. There's a song by the band Rush, Red Barchetta. Best driving song ever, by the way, indisputably. But the lyrics of this song portray a world where cars
Spirit
are
of Radio is
outlawed.
my favorite.
The protagonist gets a red Ferrari Barchetta and uses it to evade the futuristic climate-neutral Davos alloy air cars trying to arrest him, to stop him from driving. And this kind of makes sense because classically in our culture, cars are kind of a symbol of freedom, and the song portrays this. The joy and the elation, and yeah, the sense of total freedom that comes from being behind the wheel of a large automobile. I am one of the people who loves driving, so I wonder, why might somebody oppose it? Why would somebody take issue with cars? One is the climate, which is kind of obvious. Cars burn fossil fuels. Giving everybody a car gives everyone a device that burns fossil fuels, releasing more CO2 into the atmosphere, which contributes to the greenhouse effect. Pretty straightforward. Other reasons that people oppose them for include the damage they cause to others, ploughing into people. And yes, traffic accidents are one of the biggest killers in the world, exceeding gun violence by a significant amount in the US. Traffic accidents have also been reframed as traffic violence, thus incorporating it into an existing linguistic framework. Yet another example of institutional violence. Another reason, and a common term you'll hear repeatedly, is car dependency. The cities we live in are reshaped around vehicle use, purportedly to the detriment of its inhabitants, meaning that people become over-reliant on cars.
I will say, it's not even a purportedly, it's true that our cities and our towns and everywhere is kind of built around cars. Honestly, it's just a remnant of back in the day where that was the best way to transport stuff. Originally, we were transporting by horse and buggy, and those horse and buggy paths just naturally evolved into roads. That's how that works. In America, obviously, you have a lot of horse and buggy paths. The difference is back then, nowadays, obviously, it's a little bit more dangerous and you have to be a lot more careful and thoughtful. You can still use the roadways for walking and biking, but yeah, cars dominate because cars are the most efficient way of moving people quickly. Now, does that mean public transport shouldn't improve? No. What the heck? I didn't realize this video was an hour long. We're not gonna make it through this entire video. Oh my gosh. It was dumb on my part. Maybe we'll just watch, is there a certain part? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll watch about 20 minutes. Maybe we'll watch this in parts.
And thus, walking and other forms of transport are rendered far worse and far more difficult. So how far do some people take it? Well, remember the example I gave earlier of the Redditor waddling away from a car? Well, that's something that the people in these communities actually do promote. They promote vandalizing the cars of people who are parking in the wrong space. Or perhaps they just have a car that they decide is too big. Or the car is made by somebody they don't like. It also extends to such compelling claims as anybody who lives in the suburbs is racist. Willingly living in the suburbs instead of a walkable urban area is racist.
Okay, side argument. What if the place I live doesn't even have... What if that's not even an option? I mean, where in Maine are there walkable cities? Where are there walkable urban areas? Where? Show. I'm not living in the middle of Portland. Portland is terrible. Portland, especially right now. 5 years ago, I could go to Portland and it was okay. Now I can't even go into that city. It's so bad. It's gotten so bad over the last 4 years. Infer from that what you will, but it's live there because it's not safe. So walkability in Maine is pretty much null and void. It doesn't exist.
I'm worried of minorities. Your chance of being a victim is low everywhere. Basically, if you drive a car,
I barely live in the suburbs. I live closer to out in the woods. Believe me, I ain't gonna be no victim.
You're a Nazi. Let's start spelling it truck with 3 Ks. Now, they're just joking around, of course, besides the constant insinuations that suburb dwellers are racist. Car owners are racist as well. They're basically connecting these things. There is, after all, a significant overlap between suburban office workers with giant vehicles and racist tendencies. It's amazing how well connected the alt-right movement and neo-Nazism is in the US to the car and gas lobby. And to prove this in the first line, I go back to Henry Ford and the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. That is a great piece of evidence. And then the other piece of evidence is just milquetoast conservatives like the Daily Wire. $5,000 US. There is no reason anybody needs a car bigger than this tiny piece of shit.
How the hell am I supposed to move my family of 5? Huh? my wife and my 3 kids. How are we supposed to do any farm work in that? How am I supposed to run a business out of that? Really? You think that's you people are insane. You people are insane.
There is no possible conceivable reason why anybody would need more space than that. Now, trucks in America are bad, of course.
Can we all just agree that the trucks are bad, but the problem is our government, not the trucks? The problem is CAFE standards make these vehicles so freaking big. They have to be big because they don't meet the miles per gallon. Can we just go back to having the original Ford F-100, please? If we could just have that truck, make it forever, make it the same as it was back then, no frills, nothing special, to have that. That's all I would ever need. I agree. That truck is too big. I agree. I've test driven one of these. I do not like how much crap is shoved into these trucks. But you should know what's in front of you. You should be paying attention, and you should, before you move your vehicle, you should do a walk around and make sure there's nothing around you that you're going to hit.
But if you're in a truck,
that's an inanimate object.
Now that shit is fucking kawaii. It's so epic in Japanese, dude. Not to mention, Trump has plans to eradicate.
Oh, why did it? The problem with those trucks is load, stability, and what those things were meant for. What were those trucks meant for? Those trucks were meant for farming, okay? That's what those trucks were meant for. They were meant to move farm equipment and goods from farms to stands, okay? That was the goal. That was the idea behind those trucks. What are American trucks made for? Yes, they're slightly made for the same thing, but they were also made for tradesmen, and they were also made for utility workers, and they're made for people to go out and do a job. And that's the nice thing about a truck, a regular pickup truck, is they're very easy to customize to whatever you're doing with it. A mason's truck is not going to be the same as a diesel mechanic's truck, which is not going to be the same as a utility worker's truck, which is not going to be the same as an HVAC worker's truck, which is, it goes on. And a lot of this work with vans, you can do a lot of this work with box trucks. But at the end of the day, why is that not an option that you have? Because a box truck, I would argue, is way more dangerous than a pickup truck. A van is way more dangerous than a pickup truck. And on top of that, those are both way less comfortable. They're way less comfortable. If you tell me that you want me to drive a van all day, I would be like, why? Because they're not comfortable. And it is just what it is. It's a utilitarian vehicle. Where trucks, because they've been built to be almost like a I agree, it's silly, but they're nice, they're comfortable. They're one of the more comfortable vehicles on the road to drive.
Cyclists. When Trump gets back into office, he's going to deploy a squad who will round up all cyclists and have them sent to Special Project 2025 re-education centers, where you will be force-fed propaganda on toxic capitalist propaganda.
This is actually 100% true. I had to go there.
Comparable to radical leftism, and driving is the superior method of
transportation. I agree.
Trump truly believes that people on bikes are a threat to the MAGA movement.
They are.
And I'm really scared what this means for our movement. Please vote for Harris in November. I'm afraid his plea went unheard. Maybe if we'd heard Zesty Gayo 5 before the election and what he had to say, things would have turned out differently. Unfortunately, you won't be able to cycle anymore now that Trump's president. We need to start destroying cars.
Oh no, I broke the law today!
Cars. That's right, you heard me. Let's storm the suburban streets at night and start firebombing any car we see that is blocking bike lanes and sidewalks. In Minecraft, of course. Imagine the look on some silly conservative car brain's face when he sees his...
I don't feel like... I know a lot of people are going to say that this is a political statement, and I don't think it is. But at the end of the day, this is part of the problem with people who do stuff to other people's shit and then infer that because you drive a certain vehicle, because you talk a certain way, because you do a certain thing... Can you two stop that just because of that you vote a certain way? That's not how this works. And it does is hurt your movement of people that listen, I love bikes. I wish everyone could ride a bike everywhere. I wish that the option was there. I would like the option at least. I'm not saying that it needs to be what everybody does, but I just wish the option was there. You people doing this stuff hurts everyone's cause. Bikes are cool as hell. And it's nice when you can get around on a bike because it just opens up so many options. But doing this stuff is delusional to think that you are going to have anybody come to your side because they are. Okay? What are they going to think of your movement? They're going to think you're a crazy nut.
Stupid metal death box investment all up in flames and he can't do anything to rescue it. In Minecraft, of course. Hopefully that works. If you have a neighbor that has a big, stupid, child-killing truck and have the right materials, please do this. When they aren't looking, repaint it and disguise it as a clown car. And you need to spray paint one of your phrases on the side of the car, like "Muff Freedom." Of course, that'll make these car brains think twice about driving their death machines.
I never saw any of this stuff. I feel like it was a lot more normal back when I was in it. This stuff, I cannot believe it's gotten this bad on that forum. I almost want to feel like this stuff is stuff that was up for a day and then got taken down. I have a hard time believing that this is... I mean, I get that there are people out there that are this crazy, but it's like, wow. It's just vitriolic. It's horrible. How do people actually think this stuff?
They go to work in the morning.
Out of the bike lane. Pull in there. Pull in the motorcycle.
The ambulance.
You're killing us.
I'm really wondering why anybody even needs a car if they live in a city. Just move.
Is that a fridge? Oh my God. It's like the plywood person. Because not everyone is a psychopath like you. It's like the people that say that, yeah, you can bike when it's -20. Sure, you can do it, but why? You're a psycho. Stop it. Just rent a truck like everyone else. Stop moving your fridge with your bike. You're going to pop your tires and break all your spokes. Stop it.
Move your whole fridge on this lame fucking bike.
Stop.
Cars need to become less comfortable and less safe for the ones driving them. Drivers would probably engage much less in antisocial and dangerous behavior if the possible repercussions were much more severe. First of all, not being protected as much opens you up for counterattacks and injuries in crashes. Counterattacks? Now, okay, this one is hopefully a joke, but I also gotta say, jokes kinda hit different when they're just a kind of slightly exaggerated version of what you actually believe. Now, being dependent on cars actually makes you poor. It really is amazing having more money that's not being wasted on stupid and useless cars. Here's what I can afford.
Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? OnlyFans subscribe. Don't subscribe to OnlyFans, please. Get yourself some help. Listen, I agree with this point. I wish, and this is one of those things, I wish it wasn't you almost need to own a car to get around in these cultures. But unfortunately, that's the best we got right now. How do you fix it? You fix it by actually going out there and fixing it and working on it, not posting on Reddit. New Switch games. I wonder if he's heard about the Switch too. Funko Pops? Like, really? Funko Pops? You're not winning anybody over with Funko Pops. Buying the iPhone. Keep spending $300 a week on petrol and insurance on your money pits. $300? You guys spend $300 a week? Okay, so my insurance, I spend with my gas. I spend close to probably $300 maybe a month. Maybe a month. No, 300 is a little high. Every 2 weeks I fill up, and that's about $70. My insurance is maybe $120. So yeah, I guess I'm close. I'm close to 3. But it's like, what do you? I rode to work for 2 years, and when I say I rode to work in the early spring, or in the late spring, summer, and then a little bit in the fall. Usually around the fall I would stop, and then I would drive my car to work. And my bike was constantly having issues. And I had a new used bike, a bike that was like 10 years old, that was pretty well maintained, and it constantly had issues. It doesn't help. Like, I was pretty big, so I was breaking spokes on it. So I literally restrung, I think, 2 wheels. I think I did 2 wheels, that because I had 2 different bikes. I had a GMC Denali, which for some reason is like the go-to first road bike for people, and then I had a Trek. I think it's a 1.5 Trek Alpha or something like that. Great bike. I love it. It's on my trainer now at home. But I constantly, and I get that the maintenance was lower, but anytime the bike was down, guess what I was doing? I was driving to work. There has to be a realization that everything is a money pit. Living is a money pit.
When I'm not being dependent on cars, the newest Nintendo Switch games, collecting Funko Pops, OnlyFans subscriptions, buying the new iPhone, and hopefully a good cargo bike someday. Checkmate, car brains. Keep spending $300 a week on petrol and insurance on your money pits. So yeah, some of these are clearly exaggerations for the sake of humor. But fundamentally, there are some kind of strange beliefs they're trying to kind of cloak under that humor. Some odd beliefs that they're trying to introduce people to. That on the surface, most people would probably reject these ideas if they weren't introduced to them through the cloak of humor. Now, it's easy to look at this community and say they're a bit silly. But I want to try to steelman their position. That is, envision the strongest possible case in favor of that. Now, what are the arguments, specifically for banning cars? Like, the strongest arguments in favor of it. The idea of traffic accidents is a big one, or traffic violence as they call it. Truthfully, more people do die from road accidents than from rail, walking, cycling, air, horses, and virtually all other forms of transportation combined. And it's not even particularly close. And yeah, it is a bit weird when you think about it. It's so normalized that it's such a regular part of our life that is just so deadly. We teach our children to fear cars from a young age, to look out for them.
They call this propaganda, but truthfully, if it's you versus a car, who do you think is going to win? It's not propaganda when the goal is not to say that cars are in the right for hitting people. The goal is to say, please at least have some form of self-preservation and look out for yourself. The goal is not to say that cars are not the problem. The goal is just to say, how about we not get run over by a car today?
And take so many precautions to avoid getting hit by them. And we accept something that deadly as just a part of our society? Well, it's true that if cars were to be banned, other causes of death, such as rail, would likely increase. I still feel it would be unlikely to match the amount of deaths caused by private motor vehicles right now. Cars are extremely heavy and extremely fast. Trains and trams also are, but they are predictable. They move. It really is at the behest of the private citizen behind the wheel and how much you trust them, how much you trust your fellow citizens. You realize behind the wheel of a car, you really could just plow through everyone you see on the sidewalk. And yet, you don't. And more interestingly, none of the likely thousands of cars you pass daily do either. Attacks of that nature are surprisingly rare, considering how common car ownership is. But why do we accept it? This high rate of traffic accidents. It's interesting because humans lived for millions of years before cars came along. And then, really not much longer than a century ago, this new technology emerges. And then our lives, all of our lives, are essentially inventions in the past century. But that's not the standard for human history. Roads have existed for millennia. But now roads have to be completely rethought around the automobile. Why did a new technology manage to capture society like this? Well, it's a simple question with quite a complex answer. Trade-off. Most people would agree that the economic benefit to society as a whole by motor vehicles is just enormous, and it's almost immeasurable. It's very difficult to measure. Another way that we benefit from converting our society to having cars on our roads is something we can look to Berkeley professor Melbourne Webber for. He stated that benefits of cars come from network externalities, quote unquote. That is, their usefulness to any individual person depends on how many other people have them. So to get them, drive cars as well. To quote this article, A world with one car doesn't make that car useless, but it does make it less useful, because a one-car world will lack much of the supporting infrastructure that cars need. Wide paved roads, abundant parking spaces, and easy-to-access petrol stations and mechanics. When most people have cars, in contrast, this infrastructure becomes commonplace and driving becomes easier. The most obvious benefit to cars is freedom of movement. You can go anywhere and arbitrarily be buses not running on that day. You won't have a strike that means you can't drive your car. You can go to any obscure place you like. If there's a road there, you can visit. Even if there's no road, you can get there with the right car. Doing outdoors activities is significantly easier.
$10?
Camping without a car is like a pain in the ass, so they integrate it into their lives, and cars make that more accessible. They also make remote communities more accessible. Cars provide significant economics. You can deliver products right to the location of the business. You can find more obscure items in more obscure places more easily. Cars are estimated to add a total of around $1 trillion to the economy. And that's in terms of the total effect on the GDP, which is kind of crazy. And okay, to be fair, that study is made by the car lobby. But as I said before, I don't think any reasonable person would deny that cars have a colossal positive economic impact.
I just think about like where I work and what I do for a job, you know, being in building maintenance. And I just think about the fact, like, so I take care of multiple buildings, not just one, all around in the local town and in one town over. I think there's like 6 buildings in general, in total, that we could maintain on a single day. So think about without cars, and if we were on train, tram, whatever. So one, you would have to have someone stationed at each one of those buildings. You'd have to have at least one guy. So there's maybe a couple of buildings. So there's a couple of buildings that are nearby. So you could walk between those 2 buildings. So you could have one guy for these 2, one guy for these 2, one guy for this building, one guy for that building. But then you'd have to pay all those people. And so that hurts the business. The business is not going to be as profitable. So you're hurting the economy in that sense. And then on the other sense, oh no, I don't have a cartridge for this sink. What am I going to do? Am I going to just order it and wait a day? Well, that sink's down for a day. So now we have one exam room not being used, no money being made there. So I can just go to the store, buy one with a car, come back and put it in and have that fixed in one day. Or I can go to another place where I know we have them and I can grab them and use our stock. There's just, cars are very useful. They're a tool though. And that's one thing that people don't understand. Every tool is something that can be used improperly. It can be used correctly, but it also can be used incorrectly.
Millions of jobs are created. Time is saved for countless economically necessary journeys daily. And what about ambulances? The vehicle which can reach more obscure locations, that's able to fit its own miniature operating theatre within and deliver urgent medical care on site at the location, which would otherwise be impossible. It's the same thing with the fire department. A huge truck that can carry specialized equipment and water and high-powered hoses. You know how there are all those stories from history about like basically the whole city burning down, Rome, London? That just doesn't happen anymore. For many reasons, but prominent among those reasons being the fleet of fire engines that all modern cities have access to now. And these fire engines can be deployed anywhere, and these fire engines greatly benefit from the extensive car infrastructure that exists in modern cities. Now, to illustrate another point, I was in Lisbon. It's a nice city, to be honest, famous for its public transport, the quaint old trams, the funiculars. Also, it's extremely hilly, a lot of changes in elevation. Walking down the street one day, literally down, it was nearly vertical it felt like, I saw someone help a wheelchair-bound person out of the car and into a house. Now this is just one example, but it's a little reminder of how different things could be. If there were no cars available, somebody with a mobility-related disability, someone old, someone pregnant, they could not get around anywhere nearly as easily. It would be virtually impossible to navigate a city like Lisbon without a car. Now, of course, you do have public transport options, but that won't take you straight to your door. Of course, public transport can be adapted to be easier for disabled people, but it still won't accommodate as many possible cases of disabilities as a car or some private taxi service does. Now, when I was back in Melbourne, Australia, the trains would often wait at the station to accommodate taking out the wheelchair ramps. The driver himself would get out and deploy it. To contrast, in the quaint old trams and funiculars of Lisbon, that just wouldn't be possible. In these narrow streets, they have these steep steps. You'd kind of have to rip out all the old infrastructure that's part of the historic character of the city. And there does exist, of course, the inverse. There are cases where people who are unable to drive due to disabilities would be limited in terms of their independence. But doubtlessly some people really do just need cars. They need them to get around. They require them, and cars which are at least big enough to store varying sizes of disability equipment like wheelchairs. Cars are kind of an epochal technology. There is the pre-car and post-car infrastructure, pre-car and post-car cities, and they have so many benefits for society that people are willing to suffer the flaws to have them in that society. It is for this reason that most urbanists and walkable city advocates are not opposed to the mere existence.
It's just so
of
rare to see American vehicles
and private car ownership. They recognize that cars are a necessity in society and will very often stress that they don't want to take away or limit your cars, with varying degrees of honesty behind that sentiment.
They do indeed want to limit your cars.
Many cities that limit cars will make exceptions. For example, Grafton Street, Dublin. It was converted into a car-free shopping strip. Exceptions are made to the car-free rule, of course. Cleaning vehicles, delivery drivers, ambulances, police, they're all accepted from that rule. So you can still harness some of the benefits of car infrastructure while having a largely car-free area. Another big gripe that anti-car people have with cars as a whole is that there is a kind of zero-sum game at play. I mentioned it before, as you have more people driving cars, the cities build more infrastructure to support that. And as cities build that infrastructure, it becomes even more enticing to drive. But as you make cars easier to drive with that infrastructure, other forms of transport become more difficult. More space is dedicated to roads, to parking, less space for trams, less space for dense housing, and less capital to be invested in public transport as opposed to, say, freeways. The inverse is true as well. Building dense neighborhoods makes driving a car more difficult. It becomes more challenging and expensive for the average person to make that choice. So, some people who prefer the car-free lifestyle consequently want fewer cars on the road. Because fewer people driving makes that lifestyle, the car-free lifestyle, the walkable lifestyle, easier to attain. Many bemoan American cities for their car dependency and will celebrate cities like the aforementioned Lisbon or Amsterdam or Barcelona, continuing a long-running tradition among a certain class of Americans that is deriding their hometown as a backwards shithole, while Europe is a sophisticated, fair, almost utopian society.
All right, we're going to take a break right there. That video is awesome. He's done a really good job. Hopefully I can finish that another time. Wow, I didn't realize it was an hour long. That was my bad. I shouldn't even have started it. But yeah, we're gonna move on, and we're going to get back into some playing. We're gonna play some Schedule 1. I'm actually going to. We're going to do a be right back. I gotta go feed the cats, but I will literally be right back. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
I think before the day's over with, he's going to not be happy with it either. Kevin Harvick, meanwhile, has taken his car to the garage with heavy front-end damage.
Look, here's pit number 11 right here. He likes that because it's in a straight line. He's got an opening right here, so he thinks that's the place to be. But quite frankly, he's got to come out of his pit and come around this pit lane here, around this turn. Here's Gordon way down here in pit number 1. He just shoots straight out. Rusty could have been right there.
Yeah, what you got to remember, here's the line right here that determines who beats who out. Gordon just has to move about 10 feet, and he's beat everybody out.
I questioned him in the pre-race show about that, and he said, just watch me and see how I do. Dick?
Horted
Hornaday just pitted out of the lead, took 4 tires. That's the first time the left side tires has been changed so far today. Fred Graves, his crew chief, starts today with Hornaday.
Parking place right below the tower here. You get in real easy, but getting out, not so good. We'll be right back to Martinsville.
Said, I can't believe we're going to take these beautiful machines out here and just basically beat them all to pieces. But this is a slugfest. This is a bull ring. You're going to have this kind of damage. The guys are going to root and gouge because it's competition. It's so equal. The one thing I'm really kind of noticing right now is Goodyear has got a tire that is really fantastic. Got guys that way in the back are still out there, only got like maybe 80, 90 laps on these tires, and they're still staying on the racetrack. I can't believe it.
We saw some of the damage. Speaking of bad bodies, let's go. I kid because I care. Let's get back down to Dick Berggren on pit road. Dick?
Well, Kevin Harvick's car is an absolute mess. Not only is the radiator busted, hood all bent up, the entire front area is bent. The radiator shroud has gotten caught in the fan belt. Fan belt has turned over. These guys have really got some problems. Harvick sits on the back of the wall. What happened?
Well, unfortunately, I think we got caught up in the middle of a mess. A whole lot of guys that are impatient, and we're just kind of riding around trying to fix our car and stay on the lead lap. But need to go to passing 101, I think.
Ain't gonna happen, Kevin.
You might want to try and drive around, but there's not a lot of room, so we'll fix it and get back out and gain some points.
Welcome to Martinsville. To Steve Burns.
Dick, Mark Griezmann, go ask the spotter for Mark Martin for his force. If we can get up to him and lead a lap, then we've got trouble. The 19 car.
Casey Atwood got turned around coming out of turn 2. And can I tell you who's benefiting big time is that 28 car. Ricky Rudd gets his lap back as they take caution at lap 148.
Who's in 19 at that point?
I know Ricky is very happy about that caution. But it's going to cost Casey Atwood at least 1 lap.
Yeah, I guess he can't get turned around. Maybe he can't get the engine fired back up. No, he's got it going.
Here's what happened.
Just gets a little nudge here.
All right. Enough of that. So why are we playing a game like just double checking that I'm still good. It looks like we're still good. Looks like they're going to try to say that. Double check this again. Oh. Oh, here we go. Hello, are we back? Hello? All right, here we are. Oh my gosh. Jeez. I guess you just can't trust any NASCAR footage because NASCAR is such a bunch of friggin' bastards, man. You can't show anything. They're like, oh well, that belongs to us. That belongs to us. It's like, you guys don't do anything with it. You don't publish any of it. Oh my god. Okay, let's get into this game before it's like mad. So this is going to be streaming. Sure. I'm going to skip the prologue. I heavily recommend that you guys play this game. This game is fantastic. So we got to fund our stock car, and the only way we're going to be able to do that is through some drugs. We have another. I don't know. This is silly. Yeah, so it seems like it was the NASCAR content. It's a pain in the butt. It really is. You literally can't show anything. You can't even show like highlights from 20 years ago, which is what we were watching. It was like highlights from 20 years ago. You want to talk about a sport. You want to enjoy that sport. You want to share that sport with other people. But you can't. You literally can't. It's alright, I should focus on more main racetracks anyway. Alright. I think we're pretty much going to make the same character. Boom. Look at that. Alright, so this game, you don't know, is about doing some illegal things like, I don't know, growing marijuana and selling it to people. So, I was a fan of, I think it's Drug Lord Tycoon. I think it's the name of the other game. So I was going to play that my first stream. And the only reason I didn't is because I didn't feel like it meshed with the content all that much. I'm going to try adjusting the audio just slightly down. I don't want it to overpower me too much. So I almost played that the first day because it was something I already had downloaded. And it's a good game. I like that game. And then this game came out. I think it came out either like pretty recently or like a couple weeks ago, something like that. And yeah, I was kind of like, whoa, this is a cool idea for a game. I just bought it. And then I heard recently that the creator of Drug Tycoon Simulator was not happy about this game's existence because they kind of feel like it's stepping on their territory. Which is kind of funny. Games. That game just has a problem with being a little too monotonous. Where I found this game is kind of a little bit more fast-paced. We have 11 buds and 10 baggies. Let's pack all this. We're not even going to be able to pack it all. But we can carry around the rest of the... Oh, it didn't fall. Package the rest of these in baggies. Get it ready to go. But yeah, we gotta fund our stock car obsession somehow, and this is the only way to do it. Lionel has said that their stock cars are going to go up a little bit because of the tariffs, so we got to get ready for that. All right, we got one little bud. Carry that around. That'll be our lucky bud. Can we get this plant to grow? Come on, little plant. Come on, little plant. I know you can do it. Then we'll be good to go. I don't know what you mean. I have no idea what's about to happen in the game. No idea at all. I played this game for a while last night. This is it's a fun one. So if you don't know the reason I said Jeremy Mayfield Simulator, that's kind of mean, honestly, because I do think it's kind of silly what happened to Jeremy Mayfield. But Jeremy Mayfield got basically kicked out of NASCAR for, I think they said it was meth. But I don't think it was actually meth. I think it was like people take certain meds to like calm themselves or calm themselves down. I believe that's what he was taking. I believe it was common at the time. But yeah, he got basically booted out of NASCAR. It's just a little in joke because you're dealing drugs. Okay, you have to go to the specific phone. Nothing to see here. Oh wait, let me do this. It's funny, I keep doing the same thing over and over again, thinking it's going to be different this time. Open phone. Oh, that's okay. I'm just an idiot. I wasn't following the prompts. All right, so I've moved here. My uncle got busted by the feds, and now he's going to give me some money to start up my drug empire. He's doing this mainly because he was a big fan of Ricky Rudd, and he wants me to be the next incarnation of Ricky Rudd. I forget what the supermarket is. That was my problem last night, is I could not remember where stuff was. Oh, it's marked. It's marked. Okay. Now we can go back to the RV. Oh, and there was a big explosion. Oh no. What could have happened? I've never played this before, so I have no idea. Snicker, snicker. Back through the woods, up to the RV. Oh no, my RV is on fire. Oh, there's a note. Hello, note. Welcome to Highland Point. This is our territory. Don't interfere. Tom Brady. I can see Tom Brady writing me that note. That was pretty mean, Tom. All right, back to the payphone. Gotta go talk to Unky again. It's nice that the police pretty much leave you alone during the day. Oh, I was going to say I hear the police right after I say that. Well, crap. That's not ideal. The Benzies family. Yep. All right, now we got to go to the motel. Now we got to go get a room. Hello. Do you want to... That shit. Oh, that's rude. I feel like my marijuana is okay. The biggest narc ever selling drugs. My marijuana is rather good, my madam. Oh yeah, I'm going the right way. Yeah, this map, when I first played, it felt huge. It's funny because now it feels kind of tiny. It's how this game is. So we want to be relatively careful right now because we're literally walking around. Like to run. Oh, I'm sorry. You want a free sample? It's free, I swear. It might not be great, but it's marijuana. Oh, she liked it this time. I gave her some yesterday and she did not like it at all. Okay. That's actually I'll keep 2 bags on me. Done. All right, now I got to go to the hardware store and pick up some goodies. And the hardware store only takes cash cars. I'm thinking, so they have this, which is pretty much kind of like a Mustang. It's just funny looking at it from the back. The lights definitely look Mustang, but the lines almost don't look Mustang. But yeah, I'm thinking buy one of those and have that as like our stock car, quote unquote. Highland Range. I wonder if that'll be a thing eventually. All right, hey Don. So I need a grow tent. I need soil. So I'm going to buy... How much money do I have? It's 10 apiece. I'm going to buy 5 bags of soil. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. I got to go to the ATM. My bad. I'll be right back. All right. So I want a board. Let's buy the board right now because this makes life so much easier. Give me the Beat Boy to save my soul. I want to get lost in the rock and roll. Okay. Put the rest in my... We'll deposit all of it. Okay. Or he only accepts card. He does not accept cash. Okay. Add that. Add that. Grow tent? No. I only want 1 grow tent. Okay. Boop. And then what else do I need? I already have a watering can. Do I need to buy the watering can? Damn it. I thought I was slick by saving it. But I am not. How much money do I have after that? 165? I got enough for a trash can. I want to be nice to him. I work in agriculture. I don't want to be mean. Hey, I know you. Hey. Are you not? Yeah, you're who I think I are. You want a free sample? Ooh. So basically the goal of this game is you grow weed. You've shown up in this town. Your uncle got busted by the feds. And you are a degenerate who only really knows one way to make money. And that is to sell people drugs. Oh, never mind. Nothing done. You're good. And so what happens is I basically move in day 1 and I start growing drugs. In my hotel room, and then eventually I'm going to move up to a better place. Needs water. Okay. Talk to him. Okay, now I got to go to the payphone, which I got to kind of speed up because it's going to be dark soon. Close that. I don't think it matters. I don't... Ooh, there we go. Almost ready. Gotta buy weed seeds. I've passed the number for Hoover. Okay. And so he is going to... He allows us to send him... I need... The order limit is 275, so let's just order as many as we can. Does that make sense? I mean, I can't pay him back at the moment, but I'll be selling plenty of... I'd be selling plenty of weed here soon enough. It's the only problem with what I did is now I don't have as much space as I thought I would. All right. Potential customers. Oops. Okay, so they're walking up the bridge right now. So I can at least get one of them. Hey, do you like drugs? Okay, let's grab another drugs. I think I can still catch that other girl. Oh no! Oh no, that's fine. Ah, she's in the light of the police, so I can't do it. Okay. It's fine. As long as I don't get caught out with drugs, I think I'll be good. So, leave this here and this here. All right, calm it down. No, I don't want to play your games. I don't want to play your games. I'm not a game player like you. I don't think they do. I think they leave you alone till day 2. I don't want to wait though. All right, let's play Pong. Yeah, Pong. Oop, I'm not very good at this. Ooh, I'm better at this than I thought I was. Ah, I failed. Yeah, I think it was Incium that I saw play this first. Incium is really, really entertaining. My hope is to be like half as entertaining as him, because he's got so much like mojo, man. He's so entertaining. Oh. Oh, I got a point. All right, one more hour, and I can go pick up my dead drop. Hopefully he drops it right here at the hotel. Hopefully I don't need to go downtown to go get it. But I want to get some some plants started so that tomorrow I can just start selling. I wasted a lot of time this morning so that I would have some plant to give away. Because if not, it takes a while to get started. So this AI is not perfect. It's also not very bad. That's the problem with Pong, is it starts speeding up so bad. What the heck? I think he's soft locked. I think he's... Oh, no, he got it free. Oh, here we go. All right, dead drop. Where did he drop it? Did he drop it right here? Oh, it looks like he dropped it right here at the hotel. You are my best friend. Oh, no, it wasn't here. Where did he drop it? The pawn shop. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is this the same pawn shop that I... No, okay. This is a different... Ooh. Don't get caught with seeds. That would be terrible. Hey, bro. You are crazy, aren't you? I mean, nothing. I don't have weed seeds. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. All right. Bury the weed. Oh, no, that is not. There you go. That's one. All right. And then tomorrow. Oh, yeah, let's use this. The grow potion. Boil in trouble. Ta-da! We'll water this one more time, and then tomorrow morning we should be able to harvest. Okay. I already need another thing of storage. Great. Okay, we'll go to sleep. I gotta start trying to wake up earlier in this game. Because I think the store opens at like 6. So I think you can get kind of a head start on the day. Is there blood on my floor? I guess I shouldn't be that concerned. Alright, so we need a table and we need some baggies. How much money do I have on my credit card? Not a lot. So I take that. Take that. Uh-oh. Do I have another warning on here? Earlier. Well, maybe this game also is just a strike in its own right. Put the soil back. Put the seeds back. Boom. Alright, it says excellent again. We're good. We're good. We're good. I think the problem is that NASCAR from earlier. It's just gonna keep. Oh my god, that was really stupid. Okay, so we need to buy trash bags as well while we're out. Okay, we need to get moving because we also need to look for customers today while we're out. We have one Ludwig and then another guy. So I got free samples. Oh yeah, this woman. Oh, okay. I haven't connected with her yet, so I can't do that. Where's Ludwig? You Ludwig? There you go. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, Ludwig. Hey. Okay, no, never mind. You are not Ludwig. Are you Ludwig? Free sample. Basically now get customers. Where's Ludwig? It shows him. Oh, you know what? I think he works here. Pizza place. Yeah, there you go. Free sample. There you go. Basically, we got to give free samples out because we really want people. Ah, damn it. He's usually one that's pretty good. You get him on your side, and you're usually pretty good. Let's buy 10 bags. I think the cap is actually 20. 20 bags. One of those. Trash bags. Oh shit! Oh, that's my problem. I forgot that. Dealers. Products. For sale. Yes. Okay. And now I should be. Now I should be on the market. So now people should start sending me texts saying, "Hey, I want to buy your drug." And then I'll be like, "Yes, I sell drug. You wish buy?" And then they say, "We wish buy." And then I sell them drug. That's how this worked. This hooked man car door hand. Okay, so I have some that's mediocre and then some that's good. Oh, that's right. So if you use the growing stuff that I used, you actually get poorer weed. You just get weed. It just takes the full growth cycle to get it. Okay, go ahead and close those. I am paranoid even though I do not smoke. I've actually never even tried a weed, believe it or not. Not that it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just I never have. See, and the way I look at it, you know, we're in Maine, where I'm at, and this is legal. So, I mean, what I'm doing right now is not legal. Technically, right now, I've only got one plant, but I am distributing. Problem is, you can grow it for yourself with one plant, no problem. It's when you distribute it in Maine, that's when you kind of get into a little bit of a problem. This is a pain. They give you a machine later to do this, but oh, in the beginning, it's such a pain. But thankfully, you can do the seal and throw in one fell swoop. Okay. How much do I have? How much do I... You get about 9 to 8 buds per. So this one is going to give me about 9 more. So 8, 13, I'm at 21. 21. So not bad. So one good night, I should be able to pay back my fence, and then I can buy more seeds. Or whatever you call him. He's not technically a fence. I don't know what you call him. Let's open up. Ludwig. I already tried Ludwig. Who's that? Beth Penn. Let's go try Beth Penn. Oh, I have messages. Oh, yes. Let's try to bust him up to 200. All right, let's do Knight. Okay, let's do Sam. He wants 2 for 70. Let's do 2 for 90. Let's schedule that for Knight. Okay. And then Peter, 230 for 5. So how much do we have? We have 6. I like round numbers. Okay. And then Hoover, I'll have your money tonight. So that's the first thing I'll do is go pay him tomorrow morning. There was a person I wanted to try to get. Beth Penn. Oh, it looks like she's over by this thing. Oh, cool. We got another one. So how much do I have dealt? 5, 6, I have 11. Hey, Beth. Hey, Beth. Beth. Oh, you're not Beth. You're not Beth. This is Beth Penn. Oh. Give her some of the OK Kush. Okay, so we have 10, 19. Should be more than enough. It'd be funny if she was like, how about I don't go up on your rent? Okay, we got 8 out of that. Oh, I need to go buy baggies. But yeah, we'll be good for tonight. And then I'm going to continue to get more messages. We got 2 hours. Let's buy like 20 baggies, I guess. That's the only problem with the apartment is we should be able to do that. Okay. I'm going to have to do a quick count before I... Oh, only $15. Oh, shit. Let's just buy 10. Okay, purchase. Okay, so I got to package what I've got left, and I have to get ready to do my deal in an hour. I have to plant another plant. Oh. Okay, finish packaging. We'll do that first. Yeah, cops are literally right outside my apartment. So that we have buds getting ready for tomorrow. Okay. Sorry. Same quality. Okay. And then grab one of you. And I don't know. Oh, trash bags. Put the trash bags away. One of you. Boom. Hello, Elon. You are very aggressive today, aren't you? So the thing is, I can spend a day just chilling on the couch doing nothing, and then nothing to do with me, believe it or not. Today I am playing video games and not paying direct attention to her. So what is she doing? She is hanging off of me. That's what cats do. That's literally the cat thing to do. Don't care about you during the day. I only like you in the afternoon when you're trying to do something else. Let's not have everything on me. Ow. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. You need to stop. You're hurting me. Okay. I want to try to get as much done as I can during regular hours. So he wants 5. So we're going to sell him some bad stuff. Okay, he's good. I don't think he has very high standards. You want 4. Okay, there's that. I think you're waiting on something. How much do you want? You want 8. Okay, I gotta finish the deals I have before I make any more deals. Because I don't know if I have enough. Kind of seems like I don't. Sam, you want 2. These are yours. Did I have weed at the house? 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have just enough for the deals I've got. Okay. I am out. It's not a cop. Yeah, this person right here. Not this person exactly, but this is the spot I did a deal last night and got busted by the cops. Okay, police curfew is starting soon. I literally only have 1 weed left. Where is this guy? At this point, I won't have anything on me, so kind of is what it is. Hey, man. That's all I got. Alright, let's pay off my debts. How much do I owe? Boom. Okay. It's good, though. We made a little bit of money, So I'm going to do probably a quarter of this deposit. So let's do... let's do 760. I don't have any more cush, so we're done. We're done dealing for the night. Okay. My debts are paid off with him. So all the rest of this marijuana is going to be good and clean. Profit. And Elon is returned. Hello, Elon. But we're trying to sell weed. Let's see if I get a $10 bill for this. Ooh, $15. I'm just cleaning up the streets, you know, just like I'm basically Batman. $9 whole for collecting trash. I'm like Muhammad Ali. Ooh, we're 90% there. So that means I can plant another plant tonight. No, I'm not going to risk it. Not tonight. It's too early on to risk it already. But we can plant another plant. We won't be able to package everything because it looks like I only got 5 bags left. But it's midnight. Here we go. And mature. See, that was the thing about what was that game called? Drug Tycoon Sim. Is it just doing all of this stuff felt monotonous, where this game, I don't know, like this game in some ways you would think it would be more monotonous, but it feels like it's way more fun. Maybe it's because you're getting down and dirty a little bit more. Like you just feel more connected with what's going on. Yeah, sorry, Chloe. I don't have any more drug. I do now, but I didn't at the time when you messaged me. I wish you could just message back and be like, sorry, no drug. See, what bugs me about this shelf is look at how much of the storage is empty. Okay. We'll package everything we got, or we'll package as much as we can. It's only going to be 5 buds. And then tomorrow morning, we will start anew. The cat is literally sitting right next to me. And every time I try to move the mouse, I'm running into her. She's just looking at me like, what are you doing? Okay, so you cannot change when you wake up. You always wake up at 7. I wonder if you can get perks later on. Ooh, look at me. EGR. And jars. Alright. Not bad. So I'll be able to... be able to cut that up when I get back. I need soil. I don't need that stuff yet. So let me go see if I can get some grow enhancer as well. Definitely need a grow tent. Need baggies. So I need pretty much as my arms can carry. I gotta clean up these streets. Hello, sir. What's going on, Don? Buy one of those. I think you can buy 20 at a time, and that's one hand. So plant growth regulator will increase the yield of your plant at the cost of quality. Instant grows the plant, or all natural fertilizer, which will increase the quality. Let's buy 3 of those. Okay. And then I wonder if I can fit this in my apartment. Inventory won't fit everything. So let's get rid of... I need the soil to grow. Bruh. Oh yeah, I only have 4 slots. Let's get rid of the fertilizer for now. I need to organize the apartment better. It's a mess. Well, I need to get more stuff out of my inventory so I can carry stuff too. Sorry, Jesse. Yeah, can we do 150? Let's do that tonight. Okay. We have 1 order. And Chloe gave me the old never mind. I gotta be careful because she is my What is up with the music? I gotta be careful because she is my landlord, so I don't want to make her too mad. Alright, about $555. Yeah? Okay. I'll talk to Uncle Nelson in a minute. I gotta get some ducks in a row. Oh my gosh, this thing is tiny. But it's better to at least have 1 other spot to put stuff. I almost regret grabbing that watering can now. Because all it ever is in my way. Yeah, grab that too. That way we will have 2 plants growing at the same time. Pete needs 6. Okay, so we're already up to 12. So we're gonna go to 290. We can do that this afternoon. We'll put his order to the side. I'm gonna need to go buy more bags already, I can tell. It's already 8:10 here. Oof. Yeah, I gotta start getting ready for bed here soon. I'm probably gonna do the end of today. We'll probably call it a day. Okay, so I need to set 6 aside for 1 person. Okay, so that means I have 10 left from this grow. Grab one of them trash bags. what, bud? You really like weed, don't you? Be careful with that stuff, okay? Oh yeah, I gotta talk to my uncle there. Yeah, we actually made a pretty good amount of money. Alright, now I gotta go talk to hopefully my next landlord. Oh, I only need 800 bucks. Oh, I can probably move in. Yep, we can do that. Oh, no! I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, Sam. Okay. He said no. Only hurts my feelings a little bit. Hello. I feel like before I just gave her a free sample. I'm going to wait until I earn enough through deals. Hopefully we start getting some more deals. Did it. Fine. Fine. I'm going to go knock on her door again. I'm going to go. She's going to be like, what the hell? All right. So now I have another room, it looks like. Oh, no. Never mind. Oh, yes. Okay. Can I do it when there's something in there? That's weird. Because I thought I had planted both of them. I guess I hadn't planted that one yet. OG Kush. So how much do I have? I have 5 willed out, so yes. My heart is like in my chest. Can you imagine that cop being like, hey, what are you up to, son? And I have to just be like, nothing. Not setting up a drug deal. So I got a decent amount. Okay. Plant the seed. That was one of the things that, like, really, at first I'm like, wow, it's crazy that you actually have to pick up your trash and stuff in this game. There's so many little idiosyncrasies that are kind of cool. Keep those on me. Those aren't illegal. We'll leave that here. We'll leave those here. We'll leave this here. Okay. We got some deals to go do. She wants 3. You're welcome. Hello. All right, Chloe's done. Now go get Aston. There you go, Austin. And he wants 3. So I got 2 left over. And then I probably have some over here to cut. Though I might not be able to package all of it the more I think about it. Actually, didn't I buy like 20 bags? You know, I should be able to package it the more I think about it. Yeah. Okay, I only got 9, but still, I should be able to package that. So I think that's 6. How much do I have total? I have 10 total. Okay. 3. Okay, meet him by the barber shop. That'll leave me with nothing. I'm not dealing drugs. I'm not a drug dealer. You're the drug dealer. There we go. Head back home. See if I can pick up my booth now. I don't think I can because I gotta do one more grow here. Oh no, I took all my seeds. Okay. Okay, let's get all set up. Boom. How did you know, bro? Oh my fucking god, why? Why do people choose that spot? The barbershop is one of the worst spots to deal. Arrest her! Arrest her! Oh, does that belong? That belongs to this room. Gotcha. Whew, I cannot believe I just got out of that. Wow. Stay away from me. Go away. Oh, you know what? I think I can steal that last. I think that rack is mine. I think I just didn't scroll away from it. So hopefully. I still need to put new soil on it. Damn it. Oh, I think I'm out of soil. I am out of soil. Okay, got 8 buds. We're going to put that on the table. Put that in there. And then, what time is it? It's 3 in the morning. You know what? Screw it. That way I don't have to do it tomorrow. And I can be completely out of that apartment. I'm going to go run over there and grab my bookshelf. And then I will go to sleep and we'll call it a day and call it a stream. Okay, yep, that is mine. That is mine. You can't keep a good man down. Yeah, that is like the worst place to deal possible. If anyone picks the barbershop, I think you're pretty much, you should just say no. Nope, I'm not going there. I'm not going to go to the barbershop. It's the worst place to deal possible. Is there a seed? Oh, it just needs water. Okay, water this plant. That'll be the last action I do for tonight. Okay. And we'll put this away right here. Yeah, I would have gotten to this. I would have gotten to the game earlier, but I don't know. Oh, it was a day. You can say that for sure. It was quite a day. But we got this in. Got some NASCAR in. Got another. Ooh, I got a pot sprinkler and an electric plant trimmer. I don't know if I'll need that, but I got it anyway. But okay, let's go ahead and quit this, and I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do a really quick outro here because I am spent. I appreciate everybody. Doesn't look like anybody showed up today, but that's fine. You know, sometimes you just gotta put some work in order to get results, and you know, it might not ever amount to anything, but just day in and day out, just plugging away, doing streams that I enjoy. I think that's the only way you can go about doing stuff. So that's where we are. And yeah, this out here. Let's find something to put on. That isn't gonna get us a copy strike. What in the hell is that? I don't trust it, so we're not gonna do it. Where's Beach Ridge? Oh, there you go. Got some Oxford Plains Speedway to show you guys off. So thank you everybody for coming. Anyone who watches this later, appreciate it. And we will do another stream on Friday for the trucks. See you later, everyone.